Hare Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to ISKCON Ottawa Sunday Feast Program, the home of our Lordship Shishi Gorentai Ki Jaya. My name is Krishna Sevadas, and usually we ask people if there are newcomers to the temple, because first thing we have some small gifts for you, and we just want to make friends and invite you to the following programs. So if you could raise hands, who's coming for the first time? Oh, nice! Wow, nice. Do you mind me asking how did you find out about the program, about the temple?
From my friend.
Oh, nice. Thank you for inviting your friends. Any others? Internet probably, or more friends? Yes.
No, my brother bring me.
Oh, nice.
The old family.
Nice. Welcome. So yeah, we are here every Sunday at 3 p.m. and we have many other programs. We can talk about other programs after the feast, which will follow after the class and Kirtan. So we have a couple of online guests joining us, not much, but Hare Krishna Sharad Prabhu, thank you for joining, and Hare Krishna Mataji Sheila, thank you for joining us. So next in our program is class based on scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and today's speaker is Her Grace Mataji Vrinda Priti, and she joined our temple, I believe last year. You moved, right? And yes, since then she was coming to the temple with all for her family, and they are very active and doing a lot of services. They are teaching classes on musical instruments. They are participating in morning programs. They are helping at the kitchen and many other services. So I have just a small biography, if you don't mind. So Mataji was connected to ISKCON Pune, where she did services regularly. She was introduced to ISKCON by her brother, His Grace Radha Prabhu. At ISKCON Coimbatore, she is also connected to His Holiness Bhakti Vinod Maharaj, under whom she is doing bhakti courses. She also regularly takes online classes in Tamil and has daily shloka recitations for elders and folk classes for kids. So yes, please welcome Mataji Vrinda Priti, and we are eager to hear from you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं तदोर्जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to everybody here. Thank you for listening to me today. So today I have taken one verse from Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. If you have Veda base, you can take it. 9th chapter, 3rd shloka. Ashraddhana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani Ashraddhana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani Ashraddhana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani. Can anyone recite?
Ashraddhana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani.
One more.
Ashraddhana Purusha Dharmasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartate Mrityu Samsara Vatmani.
Mataji.
Ashraddhana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani.
Ashraddhana, those who are faithless. Purusha, such persons. Dharmasya, toward the process of religion. Asya, this. O killer of the enemies. Aprapya, without obtaining. Mam, me. Nivartante, come back. Mrityu, of death. Samsara, in material existence. Vatmani, on the path. The translation and purport by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me. O conqueror of enemies, therefore they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. Purport. The faithless cannot accomplish this process of devotional service. That is the purport of this verse. Faith is created by association with devotees. Unfortunate people, even after hearing all the evidence of Vedic literature from great personalities, still have no faith in God. They are hesitant and cannot stay fixed in their devotional service of the Lord. Thus, faith is a most important factor for progress in Krishna consciousness. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that faith is the complete conviction that simply by serving the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, one can achieve all perfection. That is called real faith. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 4.31.14, Yata taror moola nisechanena triptyanti tatskanda bhujopashaka प्राणोपहाराचयतेन्द्रियाणां तथैव सर्वार्गणमच्युतेज्य. By giving water to the root of a tree, one satisfies its branches, twigs and leaves, and by supplying food to the stomach, one satisfies all the senses of the body. Similarly, by engaging in the transcendental service of the Supreme Lord, one automatically satisfies all the demigods and all other living entities. Therefore, after reading Bhagavad Gita, one should promptly come to the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. One should give up all other engagements and adopt the service of the Supreme Lord, Krishna, the personality of Godhead. If one is convinced of this philosophy of life, that is faith. Now the development of that faith is the process of Krishna consciousness. There are three divisions of Krishna conscious men. In the third class are those who have no faith. Even if they are officially engaged in devotional service, they cannot achieve the highest perfectional stage. Most probably, they will slip after some time. They may become engaged, but because they have not complete conviction and faith, it is very difficult for them to continue in Krishna consciousness. We have practical experience in discharging our missionary activity that some people come and apply themselves to Krishna consciousness with some hidden motive, and as soon as they are economically a little well situated, they give up this process and take to their old ways again. It is only by faith that one can advance in Krishna consciousness. As far as the development of faith is concerned, one who is well versed in the literatures of devotional service and has attained the stage of firm faith is called a first class person in Krishna consciousness. And in the second class are those who are not very advanced in understanding the devotional scriptures, but who automatically have firm faith that Krishna Bhakti or service to Krishna is the best course, and so in good faith have taken it up. Thus, they are superior to the third class, who have neither perfect knowledge of the scriptures nor good faith, but by association and simplicity are trying to follow. The third class person in Krishna consciousness may fall down, but when one is in second class, he does not fall down. And for the first class person in Krishna consciousness, there is no chance of falling down. One in the first class will surely make progress and achieve the result at the end. As far as the third class person in Krishna consciousness is concerned, although he has faith in the conviction that devotional service to Krishna is very good, he has not yet gained adequate knowledge of Krishna through the scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes these third class persons in Krishna consciousness have some tendency toward Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, and sometimes they are disturbed. But as soon as the infection of Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga is vanquished, they become second class or first class persons in Krishna consciousness. Faith in Krishna is also divided into three stages and described in Srimad Bhagavatam. First class attachment, second class attachment and third class attachment are also explained in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 11th canto. Those who have no faith, even after hearing about Krishna and the excellence of devotional service, who think that it is simply eulogy, find the path very difficult, even if they are supposedly engaged in devotional service. For them, there is very little hope of gaining perfection. Thus, faith is very important in the discharge of devotional service. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamatam Tadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagakana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagagana Lalita Shri Vishakantidamscha Namavam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Today I took this topic because the whole world is nowadays is confused, wondering where to direct our faith. Actually, everybody knows that, no? Where to direct our faith, where to put our heart. Like that, the whole world is confused nowadays. That is why I thought of talking about this topic today. This topic is only the faithful can attain God. Just to give a little context about this chapter, particular chapter, 9th chapter, this is called the most confidential knowledge. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam, we have heard. So the most confidential knowledge, why it is called most confidential knowledge, even though we are all talking about that knowledge. Still it is called most confidential knowledge because generally people are not taught about this knowledge throughout the world. They are taught about some economic development, otherwise some politics, some mathematics or geographical structure of the universe. Like that only they are taught, but they are not taught about this particular confidential knowledge about Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, like that. So why it is not taught? Because this knowledge, everybody cannot get this knowledge. Only those who have faith in Krishna, in Lord, only those people can hear about this knowledge, confidential knowledge about the Lord. What do you mean by confidential knowledge? It is a pure devotional service. About pure devotional service, Krishna is mentioning as Rajavidya Rajaguhyam. Rajavidya means king of education. Rajaguhyam means secret of all secrets. He is mentioning. So this knowledge will be revealed to those who have faith, strong faith in the Lord. So they can hear. Now everybody has gathered today here, even if you have so many works, personal works and all, everybody has gathered today to hear about this personal confidential knowledge. So we are all so fortunate to discuss about Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, like that. So now we can see the topic of today's talk. Only the faithful can attain the Lord, God. So we can see about what is faithful and how to attain the God. Can any one of you describe what is faith? According to your knowledge, according to your understanding, what do you mean by faith? See, we may be telling, I know about the Lord, I will accept that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so I have faith. But is that faith? So we can describe this faith with 3 definitions I am taking today. Faith means, if you Google it, you can get a meaning like belief in God and out of spiritual apprehension. Means it is a kind of anxiety or fear. If you fear for something, then you will get a little faith. What is this? Everything is going beyond my head. So some fear will be there and you may mean that is faith. So it is not faith actually. Fear is not actually faith. If you have faith in the Lord, then you may not get the fear. So faith, if fear is there, then it doesn't ultimately mean that we have faith. So first, if you Google for the meaning for the faith, then it will come like that. So many meanings will be there according to their own perception of knowledge. And now Prabhupada is, why this fear is coming? Why this fear is coming to us? Coming in our heart.
Lack of faith.
Because we don't have faith.
Yeah, that is obvious. But why this fear is? Why you are fearing for something?
Ignorance.
Ignorance ultimately. But why we are fearing? For what we are fearing? Yeah.
Faith in itself, I think, is a complete surrender to Lord Krishna.
Okay.
And since the surrender is not there, we think we are in charge of everything. That's why we fear it.
Yeah.
But
Fear comes. Why fear is coming? I am asking.
This is a sign that we are in the wrong place. Maybe.
Yes, we are in the wrong place. Why we are feeling like that? Because we are facing the failures in our life. The failure, what do you mean by failure? it depends upon one's individual perception. Maybe if you ask a 12th standard boy, he may tell that I have to come first in the class. So for that he may fear. For a job going boy, you can ask means his fear is to get a nice job, nice pay. Like that he may fear. And for each and every individual, the fear may be in different levels. Because of failures, we may get failure. We may get what kind of, if you are thinking a life like that, my life should be like this, but you are not getting exactly what you are thinking. So that leads to fear. Because one failure is coming, another failure is coming, we are tolerating 1, 2, 3, 4. And if there are so many setbacks in our plans and our lives, survival, then we are not able to handle the situation. But how to overcome this fear, how to overcome these failures, we can overcome certain failures, but it is a, actually this failure comes because it is the nature of this world. Nobody can overcome the failure. I have never failed in my life. Everything, whatever I touch, I have get success only. Like that anybody can tell here? Each and every jiva soul should face this failure, definitely, in one way or other. The degree may be different, low or high, but everybody has to face some failure. So, because of this failure only, what Krishna is mentioning in Bhagavad Gita, Matras Pashastu Kaunteya, Sitoshna Sugadukkata, like summer and winter, this success and failure is coming, joy and sorrow is coming again and again. Now we are enjoying the summer. After few months, we have to face the winter again. No, another 5, 6 months we have to face the winter. Like that, if sorrow comes, it will not be permanent. It will go. By meanwhile, it will go. Like that, happiness comes also, it will go. So no need to worry about that. That is what Krishna is mentioning in Bhagavad Gita. So this fear comes. So we cannot tell that if somebody is fearing for Lord means it is faith, for faith only. It is called as a faith. Like that we cannot mention the faith. So another thing, what Srila Prabhupada is mentioning about faith. Prabhupada is mentioning like faith is unflinching trust in something sublime. Like that he is giving a definition for faith. Seeing these two statements, we can conclude that if fear comes, then it will lead to the weakness of the heart. If fear comes, we will become so weak. If the mind is engaged in fearfulness, then we will have the weakness of the heart. Immediately, faithlessness comes. So now we can see how this faith is described. What is this faith? How to attain this faith? What this faith is made of? This faith is made of 3 ingredients. Can one of you can guess?
Trust. Trust in.
Absolutely. One of the ingredients is trust. Then other 2 ingredients?
Love.
Love.
Any guesses? Okay. First of all, if you want to make a friendship with a person, what will you do first?
Know him.
Yes. Knowing about the Lord is the first step in faith. If you want to attain faith towards Krishna, we have to know about him. We should have some knowledge about that person, particular person. If you are selecting a job, if you are shifting to a job, means you have to know how the job is, how long it is from here, and how will they pay me. They will pay me sufficiently, and what is the nature of the job, how is my boss, everything you will know. Na? Like that, we should know who is Lord, what is his characteristics, name, fame, pastimes, everything we have to know. We should have the knowledge about the Lord. Where from knowledge comes? By hearing, knowledge will come. By hearing about Lord, knowledge will come. So that is the first step of faith. Ingredients. One of the ingredients of faith is knowledge about the Lord. Second ingredient is belief. What do you mean by belief? Okay, I am hearing about the Lord Krishna. After consistent hearing, for so many years I am hearing about the Lord, so I have some belief. Now, I accept that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we serve Krishna, everybody, all the demigods, all the living entities will get satisfied. I believe in that. Okay, you have belief. Why you have belief? Because you are consistently hearing for so many years. Then you may get some belief. Third one is trust. What is the difference between trust and belief? Can any one of you can try to
Belief
tell?
is a one kind of a hypothetical condition or situation that like we don't require any kind of proof to just believe. Sometimes we believe whatever the people say, but like if you wanna have some like firm trust or firm belief, so belief will derive, like the trust will derive after the belief. So that we can say.
Because what is trust, I'll tell you, when you practically demonstrate your belief on Krishna, practical demonstration nobody will do. Belief, they may have some belief, but they will not do practical demonstration. For example, a lady was there in a village. Her husband was not well. Her husband has leprosy. Leprosy, you know, na? Leprosy, some disease in the body. So it is contagious. So she was struggling very much with her husband, so much diseased husband. So she was keeping on crying. The villagers are telling, you just go to Kashi, Varanasi, and you dip in Ganga. Your husband and as well as you dip in Ganga, all the disease will go. This is a wonderful belief. She was amazed to hear that. Okay, I will immediately do that. Why didn't you tell me this before? Then she was calling the villagers, you also can accompany with me. Then everybody is going together. She is carrying her husband on her shoulders because in those days there is no transportation for other places. So she was carrying her husband in a basket or shoulder, something like that. They started traveling, and in between she got so much tired and she was asking the other people to carry her husband. Please, sometime you also carry him. I am not able to carry him for a long time. So they are telling, what you are asking us for? Your husband has this leprosy. How can't we touch him? Like that they are asking. That time this lady is telling, okay, you only told me just now, if you dip in Ganga, this leprosy, everything will go. Na? Even if you are get contagious, you can also dip in Ganga. This disease will go away. Like that. So they told, mind your own business. What is this? We cannot try. Like that they went away. From this context, we can understand that they only told her about the belief. If you go to Ganga and dip, you can get rid of this disease. But if it comes practical to them, they are not able to accept it. That is called trust. But she trusts. If my husband, if I am going with my husband and dipping Ganga, everything will become normal. She is trusting. But the people who told her, they are not have any trust. Like that, people may tell you so many things about this is the belief, that is the belief. But in practical, if it comes for demonstration, they will never try to do such kind of demonstration. That is trust. So these three ingredients makes faith complete. Without these three ingredients, faith will not get completed. If you know, even in knowledge, if you take knowledge, even a Shastric person who has done PhD in so many Sanskrit literatures and all, he may also know about the Lord. He may also tell so many things about the Lord. But does it mean that he has knowledge about, he has faith in Lord? That doesn't mean that he has faith in Lord. He may tell so many informations about Krishna, but he has no faith. He may not have any faith about Krishna. Like that only, somebody may believe about the Lord, about Krishna, about the pastimes of Krishna. They may believe, but they don't have trust. Trust means unflinching faith. These three ingredients consist of faith. If you want to develop the faith, we have to focus on these three ingredients. Then only that faith gets completed. Now we can see, for example, how to develop this faith means we need patience. We need so much patience because you know about the Japanese bamboo tree. This bamboo tree, it needs three items to grow up nicely. What are the three items? Sunlight, water and fertile land. These three things are needed for a bamboo tree to grow up nicely. So if you are providing the bamboo seed of all these three items, first year you are going and seeing, there will be no change, there will be no development there. And then second year you are going, no development. Third year you are going, fourth year you are going, no external development is seen by our eyes. So We are frustrated. What is this? What is happening? 4 years I'm waiting for the tree to come. Nothing is happening here like that. But the 5th year, if you go and see, within 6 weeks of time, the bamboo tree will grow up to 800 feet, it says. 800 feet it will grow within 6 weeks. Does it mean that the bamboo tree has grown up only in 6 weeks? Does it mean that?
No.
Not at all. Because we have already put the seed and given sufficient water, sufficient sunlight, sufficient fertile land, everything we have given. But what is happening inside? Foundation is becoming strong. Roots are getting strong to uphold the, what to tell? Uphold the, for us we can tell as miseries, uphold the challenges coming. So after 4 years of time, the bamboo tree will go within 6 weeks up to 800 feet tall. So these many years, the strong foundation is happening inside. Likewise, we can compare ourselves to this bamboo shoot. Because if you compare ourselves with the bamboo shoot, we are the bamboo shoot. Let us consider like that. What we are doing, we have to, we should be given a proper fertile land to grow. What is that fertile land? We should put ourselves in such a situation that our spiritual life should grow. We have to give that fertile land. What is that fertile land we can compare to? Clean mind, when, how will you get that?
Temple.
Temple, you have to visit the devotees, you have to associate with the devotees. That is what you can give fertile land. Fertile land should be there. A plant cannot grow anywhere, a tree cannot grow anywhere. There should be some proper land with fertility as well as water as well as sun. So it should be given the proper every ingredient so that it can grow very nicely.
Enthusiasm.
Like that, yeah?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm. So if you put yourselves in the fertile land, like we are all meeting on Sundays, no? All the devotees are meeting on Sundays. That we can compare with the fertile land we are providing. What we can compare with the sunlight? With our life, spiritual life, you can compare.
Patience by following the process of devotion.
No.
Sunlight is compared to Lord's eyes. See, if we are coming to the temple, everybody is deeply seeing the Lord's face. Oh, now everybody is seeing. Haribol. We are not noticing very keenly sometimes, no? If our mind is getting so much disturbed or distracted, we are just like that, coming and going like that. So, but the Lord is seeing all of us, all the time He is watching, monitoring, witnessing everything, whatever we are doing. Either it is seva or simply we are sitting, everything Lord is watching. So, Lord's eyes, it pours mercy. His glance, from His glance, millions and millions of universes are coming out with His one glance. What to tell about His glance? If His glance is, if He is having a glance upon us, so many changes will come in us. So we should trust that. So the sunlight will be compared to the Lord's eyes. And watering the seed. What we can compare to watering the seed? Devotional services. All the devotional services we can compare to watering. Because without water, no plant will get sustained. So this watering process should happen. Further, how to develop the faith, I can tell you. Easily we can put it in our mind. A, B, C, D, E. Do's to develop the faith. And 4 don'ts I will tell you. F, G, H, I. I'll tell you. What is A?
Association of devotees.
A, exactly. Association with devotees. What kind of association? Not only with devotees, we should get the association of Srila Prabhupada also. How to get Srila Prabhupada's association?
Books.
By reading the books. Every day we are coming, all the weeks we are coming to the temple, but at least we should think that what these people are trying to tell us. Something they are trying to tell us. They are giving some class, they are doing Kirtan, they are dancing, they are providing prasadam at the end of the class. Wonderful it is. The whole day is going very blissful. So what is happening in this? They are giving one pranams to one person there, and what is happening here? So we have to think over that. So much we are taking benefits, and we have to think over that, and we can start with the small books. Not we should not take a very broad step in the primary stage. Just we can read some Prabhupada's small books. That is also association only. So taking the association of the devotees and asking the devotees about their spiritual life and material life also, so that you may get some realization, some sharings, some experiences, like that we can go on. So association is very, very important. You can easily find out this. Everybody of us have experienced this. If you are sitting at home and we may not be getting any kind of faith, or our mind will be so dull, our mind will think so many things, unwanted, undesirable things and all. If you come to the devotee circle and put yourself forcefully among them, then we can get so much changes. What is happening inside me? So like that. We may think something is disturbing my mind, and if you are sharing with another person, she may tell something about her life also. It will give trust, sharing, everything, no? It will give so much trust and faith. Like that, we should associate with the devotees. And what is the second thing? As well as Srila Prabhupada. And what is the second thing? B. B is book reading. Book reading means not mundane books and all, no? We are knowing about so many things, politics and so many things we are reading and coming to know about so many things. But still, reading refers to reading Prabhupada books, devotional books, as well as Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Reading books. We should consistently read the books. One day I read the book, today I have read some books, and for 1 week I have not touched. Means it will not give any change in the mind. Because every day the stomach will ask for the food, na? Every day it will ask. Likewise the soul will ask for intelligence, some knowledge. It will always ask. So we should feed the soul every time. So if a parrot is in a cage, if you are painting the cage nicely every day, if you are painting the cage very nicely with golden and everything we are putting very decoratively, but still you are not feeding the parrot, that will not make any sense. You should feed the parrot first. Even the parrot without that cage also, it can sustain, it can survive. Does it make sense? So feeding to the soul is so much important than feeding the cage, painting the cage. C refers to chanting. Chanting the holy names of the Lord with attention and focus. That is so much importance. Just like that, see in our place, one robot is doing Aarti for the Balaji temple. In Balaji temple, one robot they have arranged like that in a temple. The robot is doing Aarti for Balaji, and some electronic drums were there, and it was creating some sound, and some curtains is there. Nobody was there, just this Aarti is going on. What is the difference between the robot and us? If you are not doing with the focus, chanting, not thinking about the Lord, not begging. What is chanting actually? Crying of a child towards its mother. That is what the meaning of chanting. You have to cry. If the child is keep on crying towards the mother will come and provide something, some food, some toys, or some entertainment like TV or cartoon or something like that. Still the child is not satisfied with all these things. Still it is crying. What will the mother do? She will immediately take the child in her lap. So if you need Krishna, don't cry for other things. Just cry for him. I need you. I want to know about you. So crying is the chanting. Crying of a child towards its mother is actually chanting. While chanting, we should have some focus. While talking to the deities, talking to Krishna, sharing something, you should have that bhav. You should have that tendency to focus. That is what chanting means. What do you mean by D?
Devotion.
Devotional service. Devotional service. D refers to devotion. Somebody will tell die, but here I will mean as devotional service. What are the devotional service? 9 processes of bhakti. Prahlad Maharaj has mentioned so many things. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Means I will tell in simple. Shravanam means hearing about the Lord. Shravanam means hearing about the Lord. And Kirtana means chanting. Otherwise, doing some Kirtan. You can sing for the Lord, otherwise you can chant with the Chabamala, like that you can do. And what is Smaranam? Remembering about whatever you heard, you have to remember. This is what the devotional practices are going on. There are 9 processes of bhakti. So this is devotional service. And if we practically see what is devotional service, coming to the temple and doing some seva here. If you want to clean the vessels, okay. You want to clean the floor, okay. Cooking, some cooking seva will be there. Some garland seva will be there. Some kirtan seva will be there. These Matajis and Prabhuji is doing continuous seva. I have seen when I came to Canada, from the day one I am seeing both of them serving very nicely in the temple. Fixing the camera and so many things for kirtans they are arranging. Like that, if you do consistent seva in the temple, devotional service, that will lead you to develop your faith very strongly. Like that. So D refers to devotional service. Practically we can do so many devotional service in the temple. E refers to eating prasadam. Eating prasadam. We are getting anyway. Sunday we are getting prasadam. Other days also, if sometimes if you come, you can get some prasadam of the Lord. So what are the don'ts we have to see? While focusing on the do's to develop the faith, we should simultaneously focus on the don'ts also. What I mentioned about don'ts? E, F, G, H, I. What is F? Fighting mentality. If this fighting mentality is there, we cannot develop our faith also, we cannot improve in our spiritual life. What is this fighting mentality? We should always remember about the first day of our entry into the temple. When you came to the temple first time, you are frustrated so much with your material life. Is that not true? Not for everybody, for at least to some extent, people will get frustrated in something and they will search for the Lord and they will come to the temple. And they will cry, they will talk, they will speak to people and they will slowly get out of the miseries and then they will start coming to the temple consistently. So if we first come to the temple, for what purpose we have come here? That purpose, after coming for a long time, we will forget that. And after that, what we will do? We will fight with each other. We will start fighting with each other without remembering the purpose of coming. So that is what happening in our life. So fighting mentality should not be there. Don't simultaneously you have to focus in these 2 things. Fighting mentality should not be there. And second one is G. What is G? Everybody can guess. Gossip. Is that happening or not? Happening, no? Not always, but still happening. Gossiping is also happening, so we have to avoid it. It will lead to anarthas. So much anarthas is there, weeds are there, the plant will not grow properly. So anarthas we have to quit, gossips we have to quit, definitely. It is a most important thing in 4 don'ts. And F for fighting and G for gossip. And what is the next letter? H. What is H? Hatred. Hatred towards other. We sometimes if we are talking, we are thinking like we should not hate devotees. We should not hate devotees. Not devotees. We should not hate anybody. Because what Krishna has mentioned, Mamaivamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhute Sanatana. These living entities are my fragmental parts. These living entities, whole living entities, not only living entities, Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya, all the living entities, not only humans, all the living entities, they belong to me only. Because of me only, they took birth in this material world. So in each and every living entity, Krishna is present. And Krishna is also telling in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matasmritirjnanam apohanam cha. What he is telling, I am seated in every living entity's heart. Whether it is an ant or it is a Brahma. With every living entity, I am seated in everybody's heart. Then if you have hatred towards somebody, even if he is not a devotee, still Paramatma is there with him. Someday or other he will overcome all those things and he can become a devotee more than us. We don't know. We don't know how time will change. upside down the situation. During COVID, we have seen, no? The time has changed the situation, ulta, upside down. Everybody we were in, somebody should be there to talk something. We are dependent upon the phone, Zoom, like that. How life was very terrible that time, no? So anybody can have, anything may happen anytime. So even somebody, if you are thinking like he is not a devotee, it's a wrong thing actually. Our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj is mentioning like, don't even hate anybody, because today's ordinary person may become a devotee, wonderful devotee tomorrow. Because how you know about Valmiki? Who he was? Yeah. Who is Vilbamangala Thakura? How his life was previously. So we all know that. So we should not develop any hatred towards any living entity. That is H. After that, I refers to I, me, mine mentality. This is mine. I only did this. He told me like that. She told me like that. I, me, mine mentality. Anything may happen. Somebody will scold you. Somebody will gossip about you. Somebody will hate you. Anything may happen. Nothing mine. For what purpose you are coming to the temple? Just to serve the Lord. Just for the pleasure of the Lord. Just to do some seva in the temple. That is what your purpose is. So don't focus in all these 4 items. What are the 4 items? Can any one of you mention?
Fighting.
F refers to fighting. Fighting mentality we have to quit.
G means gossip.
G means gossip. We have to quit gossip.
H
H means hatred.
H means hatred. We should not hate any living entity. I, me, mine mentality. I, me, mine mentality. This we should quit. It's easy to talk about all these things, but it is so difficult to practice. It is highly difficult to practice. But Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, he is telling, oh Krishna, I am finding it so difficult. Even I can control this air, wind. I can control. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. He is telling, so it's very, very difficult. Whatever you are explaining to me, it's very difficult to follow Krishna. Like that Arjuna is telling. Krishna is telling, yes, it is definitely very difficult to follow, but still it is possible. How it is possible? By no, how it is possible? These things, how to follow this possible? What Krishna is mentioning? By proper practice. By practicing, abhyasa. By practice you can do anything. It is possible. Even if you want to chant the holy name of the Lord every day, these people are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you want to chant, you can also chant. Anybody can chant. It is open to all. No hard and fast rules for anybody. We should take bath and chant. We should do like this. We should not touch the floor. No. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful. So merciful. Mercy incarnation. So anybody can chant the holy name of the Lord. If you want to chant, just start even today only. Don't postpone chanting. Just start today. 1 round of chanting you can take. 1 round consists of 108 Mahamantras. You can chant even if you don't have mala. You can chant with a counter. Otherwise you can chant with a hand. Anywhere, any place, with anybody you can chant. So this chanting process will cleanse our heart. That will be so much helpful to develop the faith. So much helpful. So the chanting should be focused. While chanting, we should have a focus in chanting. So what I tried to tell actually. Yes. First we have seen the definition of faith, 3 definition. What general people will give, what Prabhupada have told, and what is our conclusion. We have seen that. What are the 3 ingredients of faith also we have seen. 1 is knowledge about the Lord. 2nd is belief. We have some belief to some extent. 3rd one is trust. Unflinching faith. These 3 ingredients consist of faith. So now I want to tell you about one small thing. Everybody wants to connect with Krishna. Every one of us want to connect with Krishna, right? How to know about the relationship of us with Krishna? How is your relationship with Krishna? Is it passive or active? What is passive relationship with Krishna? See, passive relationship with Krishna means we are getting up in the morning. If you are a devotee of Krishna, what will you do? You will get up in the morning, you will take bath, and you will start your rounds, chanting and reading or hearing Bhagavatam or reading Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, go to the workplace, chat with people, come to home, do some Aarti and make some bhog for the Lord and do the offering and then eat prasadam, go to sleep. Next day morning comes, the same routine follows. Next day morning comes, same routine follows. Sunday comes, all of us will come to the temple, doing the same routine here. After that, going to our respective places, and from Monday again start the routines. This is what we are doing. We are doing actually what we are supposed to do. That is correct only. Every day we are following devotional service, everything we are doing, but it is in a passive state. We don't have anything else other than the passive mentality. But what is active state of relationship with Krishna? If something is happening in my spirituality, in my bhakti life, something happening, some realizations, some begging, some cry, some anarthas coming out while chanting. So many of you have realized that, no? Some anarthas will come out while chanting. So much anarthas will come out. And we may get reformed from those anarthas by a very undesirable experiences. Every one of us has to undergo all these things. So is this happening in our life while chanting or reading or hearing Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam from some devotees, while associating with the devotees? Some experience are we getting? Something are we getting in our... Is my spiritual life actually active or not? From this introspection, we can understand whether we are active or passive, or in active mode, otherwise I am in a passive mode. If we are in a passive mode, simply doing like that robo, doing Aarti to the Lord, like that if you are doing every day, getting up and hearing lecture and doing our japa without any feeling or anything, then it is just a passive mode only. If we really want to attain some faith, if we really want to come out of the miseries, actual miseries of life, then we have to focus. We have to introspect ourselves. What I am doing actually. I am going in the right track? Whatever I am hearing, am I doing mananam? Mananam means what? Contemplating. What we are hearing in the temple, every week we are hearing so many lectures. Every week we are hearing about, otherwise some lectures we are hearing, otherwise some reading we are doing at our home. Are we doing, contemplating that, all those things? Mananam are we doing? We are not doing. We are just like that doing something very mechanically. And if it comes practically, we are reading so much philosophy, no? Bhagavad Gita is full of philosophy and we are hearing throughout the year. Are we practicing it? How should we know whether we are practicing it or not? If tribulations comes, whether we are getting agitated or we are very cool. We are getting agitated, no? So we are not living Bhagavad Gita. We are not living the philosophy. We are just hearing. Hearing is happening. But not practically, we are not doing anything. So if you are not doing any practical thing, how can we improve? It's like walking in the same place. Can you reach the destination? You are walking, but still, are you putting forward step? You are not putting any forward step, just walking in a treadmill, it looks like. If you are walking in a treadmill, nothing will happen. You may lose some weight, that is different, practical thing. But actually what will happen, you cannot reach the destination. If you put forward the steps, what is the putting forward? Some practical application of what we are hearing. Some practical application, some sort of engaging ourselves in devotional service and focusing on the chanting, like that. And doing contemplating. Contemplation is so important. Mananam is so important. Whatever we are hearing from the lectures and whatever we are reading from the books, we have to again and again and again remember that. What this verse is telling about. What Krishna is trying to tell the Jiva souls. Krishna is telling Arjuna, not only to Arjuna, it is for all of us. all of us. So we have to do that mananam. Mananam means what? Contemplating again and again. Whatever we are hearing, we have to remember again and again. So, okay. I'll just conclude with the summary, whatever we have seen today. Anybody can share some realizations if you have, or some. So finally I want to tell you, what finally I told you. So this developing faith needs patience. We heard about the bamboo tree story. We should have some patience for our growth. We are growing. Inside we are growing. That hope should be there. If you have patience, you will get the hope. We are growing inside. So one day or other, I will overcome. That faith should be there. That hope should be there. If hope resides means faith resides. If faith resides, God presides. If God presides, sublime will come in your life. That is what Prabhupada is mentioning, like faith is something, what is it? Unflinching faith in something sublime. That is what the meaning is. Everybody want that kind of experience, no? Sublime experience. So that is what I want to end the class. If you want to share something, you can share something, or if you want to ask something, you can ask. If I know the answer, I can answer. Otherwise, I'll pass the question to some other devotees here.
Any questions? Additions? For me, it was a very practical class. I really liked the example of bamboo tree. I was listening to the class and thinking, oh, I should read on Wikipedia about bamboo tree, but then I heard about those books. I should read Srila Prabhupada's books, not about bamboo tree. Yeah, many practical points. And I really like the part about passive devotional service and active devotional service, really important. I should think, yes, seva, yes.
Krishna seva.
Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause. So now we will try to apply and practice do's and see. We will be chanting holy names and Mataji Kundalata. Could you please lead us in Kirtan? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for hearing me and seeking forgiveness for any offenses. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for actively participating in Kirtan. So, a couple of announcements, and then we will move to the last part of our Sunday feast, is prasadam dinner. So, apart from Sunday feast that starts every Sunday at 3 p.m., we have other programs. So every Friday we have Kirtan here, either here at the temple or in the park. It's close to Strathcona Park. If it's not raining, if it's good weather, we are in Strathcona Park chanting at 6:30 p.m. every Friday. Please join us. Just Kirtan and sharing the holy name with people. Temple is open every day from 12 to 7 p.m. If you would like to come for darshan or for prasadam, Govinda's buffet restaurant is open. Devotees are here every day, so please join us. And referring to the class about service, so we have a lot of service every Sunday to wrap up the program. If you would like to stay and help us a little bit cleaning, washing the dishes downstairs, sweeping and mopping the altar room, please, you are very welcome to help us. And usually after prasadam, after dinner, every Sunday we're going to Harinam, sharing the holy name on the streets with the people. But today our main Kirtaniya, Krishna Prabhu, is not here, so let's do a short poll. If we are going around the couple of blocks here for 20-30 minutes, would you join us? If you could raise your hand so we could assess who is coming for Harinam. So I think like 7, 8 people. Yeah, we might go. But let's do it. Let's do it for 20-30 minutes. We will go to Strathcona Park. We'll chant and we'll come back. Thank you. Yes. Anything else? Seems that's it. Thank you for joining us. The altar will remain open for a couple of minutes. If you would like to take darshan, take picture, and then we will close altar activities so we could start serving prasadam. Thank you, Hare Krishna.